Hello, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Congratulations, You're In. Throughout each episode, we will explore the many steps that you, as Montgomery County High School students, may encounter both before and during your college application process. Together, we want to guide you towards reading those fantastic words, Congratulations, You're In. I'm Tony Spearman-Leach, your host, and joining us today is Ed Reed, the President-elect of the Maryland School Counselor Association. Ed, thank you for joining us again today. And today we're going to tackle that dreaded, horrible topic none of us want to deal with, financial aid. It strikes the fear into students and parents. And so let's really start jumping into it. And my first real question is, when should a student start preparing for financial aid applications?
You should start preparing for the financial aid applications. Now, personally, I think you should start early on. But if you missed it, it's not too late. But at ninth grade is a great time to really start preparing for this by going to do your research.
Okay, what do you mean by that? What do they need to look
So
up?
research, you hear the term financial aid. What is it? What does it mean? Do you know as a student, not as a parent, but as a student, do you know what it means? And if not, go find out. You hear a lot of talk about the financial aid, and so you need to figure out, where do I go? First place you go, you're at a high school in Montgomery County, go to the Career Center, go to the College Career Office. There's a person there who will help you. And say, can you tell me a little bit about financial aid?
Okay, so now, one of the things I think students don't understand and that they fear, and that parents don't understand that they fear, there are many deadlines. So I go to the College and Career Office in my high school, and I need to learn about these deadlines. Let's talk about the general applications first that they have to worry about for financial aid. What's the first big one they're going to encounter?
The first one, you got to do your FAFSA.
Okay.
You need to do your FAFSA, and then you can go on to the FAFSA website.
Okay.
And on that website, they have deadlines for all of the states.
Okay, so students need to know, and just so that everyone knows, that's FAFSA.gov, FAFSA.gov.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I worry about for the students, again, okay, they got this FAFSA. I've been terrified of it, you've been terrified of it, we've all had to deal with it. What are the steps they should would you recommend, what is the first thing they should do?
So the first thing is, well, it depends where you are in time. If you're an 11th grader and you're starting out, you want to get on there and you want to go through and build up your account. You have to create an account first.
Okay.
And then you want your parents to make sure that they're following along, follow every step. You cannot miss a step. You cannot have an incomplete form. If you're in a grade that's a little younger, 9th and 10th grade, understand what kind of information you're going to have to pull together. If you're a little older, pull it together. Don't procrastinate.
I really love that you've pointed out this is a student and parent or guardian required process, because as I understand it, there is a digital signature the student has to do, there's a digital signature the parents have to do, and that is required so much earlier just to push the submit button. So as you said, don't procrastinate. Let me ask you, do the parents and the students need their tax materials ready for this?
Yes, you need your tax materials, or at least you need to be able to have an estimate. And so, once again, preparation. Preparation is very important. And so what you want to make sure you do is when you get ready to fill out your FAFSA, because they're looking at financial aid, they want to know, how much do you make? What do you need? In order to determine what you need, they have formulas. They need to know how much you make.
And that can be very complicated for some families because, and also I know that different students have different circumstances. Sometimes one parent doesn't work or another parent doesn't work. Sometimes they have disability. So these are times, again, would you recommend that they go back and talk to their counselor about their circumstances?
Absolutely. The first thing you have to realize, you don't have to do it alone.
Okay.
There are trained professionals in every high school that will help you. Now, they might not run down to find out if you need help, so it's going to require some initiative. For the parents, pick up the phone, set up an appointment. Set up an appointment with your school counselor. Or if you can't get that school counselor, set up an appointment with the person who's running the college and career office. A lot of the financial aid information, scholarship information, cross that desk before it hits anybody else's desk.
That is phenomenal. Ed, you are a wealth of information. I don't know if people really know how phenomenal you are. I want to thank you for your helpful tips and guidance. You remind us all why the Montgomery County Public Schools are a fantastic place to learn and to enjoy growing. Right now we're going to take a brief break, and then we'll be right back with more information to help you right here on Congratulations, You're In.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you?
You know you do. Yeah, but I don't know where to start.
That's why we're here. We're free, handsome,
I think we're breathtaking.
and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. I got this. Is that brand? Colleges love extracurricular activities.
Chess really isn't my thing.
I got this. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Picking a college, man. You and us. We go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Fire and ice.
Those don't really go together.
Go to getschool.com for more info.
Hello, and thank you again for joining us for a most important episode of Congratulations, You're In. Ed Reed, the president-elect of the Maryland School Counselor Association and CEO of Academic Management Group, LLC, is guiding us with career pathway insight that can help make today's professional dreams tomorrow's realities. Ed, this is probably one of our most important episodes because we're dealing with the realities of financial aid. And we're talking about the FAFSA. And tell me, you were telling me the site that we really want people to just go back.
Right, and that's FAFSA, FAFSA.ed.gov.
Okay, and we want people, you were saying you want people to take this moment right now.
Right now.
Take
Go
out-
on, pull out your smartphone, any device, and go to the site and bookmark it.
Now let me ask you, do you think that students should take the practice with your parents and fill it out in advance just so that they can get the feel for where all of the numbers go and where all of the information is needed?
Absolutely. I think that's an excellent strategy. Do the practice so that, as a matter of fact, do it a couple of times because it's going to reduce any anxiety if you wait to the last minute. Because there might be some questions that you don't have the answer to. It might be a question where your parents say, well, I got to think about that one. Or it might require some information that you have to go back and look up. And this speaks to another issue of you want to have a plan. Part of your plan is practice. But so here's something for you viewers. What I would like for your viewers to do is to develop an action plan.
Okay.
Step one, how will I access the information? Question. Question number two, what information do I need to access? Question number three, I'm only going to give you 3 questions. Who do I need to talk to this week to help me get through this process?
That's phenomenal advice. You know, I think that this helps parents, this helps students. It is an overwhelming prospect to have to fill out these forms, and you've given them a simple 3-step process to getting through it. Now, there is one other financial aid application that some students may encounter, and that's, I understand, the College Board's CSS profile. Where can we find out information about that program?
And I'm glad you brought that one up, Tony, because I'm looking at it right now, and you could go on to student.collegeboard.org/CSS-financial-aid-profile, or you could type it in Google.
Just type CSS profile in Google and go straight to it.
And look through that.
Because I know a lot of the students, if they're applying specifically to certain programs or certain private schools, it's similar to the FAFSA, but it goes into much more detail. And I have had many students say, well, where do I find out about this program? And you've just told us. So again, I think any student can follow your simple 3-step process. And can you just tell us, what do you want them to do again?
All right, this is what I want you to do. First question. You're going to have 3 questions you need to ask yourself.
Okay.
Number 1, how do I access the information?
Okay.
Number 2, what information do I need to know? Number 3 is most important. Who can help me this week? I need to get started. I can't procrastinate. And I'll give you a bonus. Here's the bonus. Go on to the MCPS, Montgomery County Public Schools, and do a search on college and career readiness. That's going to take you to a page where you can see information. This year, the school system did a great job where they listed all of the different schools that have financial aid workshops. And if you don't see a financial aid workshop at your school at the date that you want to go visit someone else's.
As a matter of fact, you might want to visit someone else's just to see what they're having as a resource for their school that you might not have as a resource in your community.
Absolutely. And when you bring that up, Tony, when we talk about financial aid, at some point I'm sure we might talk about scholarships. But if you're at a school and they're still in the process of strengthening their website and their information, don't feel like you're stuck at your school. Go visit another one. No one's going to ask you for your student ID number. No one's going to ask you to fill out some information to access their information. Pick any high school that you want who you think might have some information that might be a little different than what you have at your school, and go into their site, go into their counseling site, click on the tab that says financial information or scholarships or college and career, and surf it a little bit, and you'll come across a wealth of information.
You have just pointed out the best form of flattery is imitation. I want to thank our truly outstanding guest from the Maryland School Counselor Association and Academic Management Group, LLC, its CEO, Ed Reed. Together, we hope that we have gotten you a few steps closer to reading and hearing those fantastic words. Congratulations, you're in. Join us during our upcoming episodes where we will continue to explore researching your major and minor, preparing your college application, what to do during a college interview, scholarships, grants, loans, and so very much more. Until next time, keep working towards your dreams until you hear those phenomenal words. Congratulations, you're in.